Hey guys, Rusty over here. Now when patch 9.1 comes out on the 29th, there's going to be some fairly easy mounts that you guys can start working towards right away. Now instead of making a bunch of 1 to 2 minute long videos, I figured I'd make one longer video showcasing these mounts and showing you how you guys can get these mounts, as they are fairly easy to get in terms of difficulty. In terms of time spent getting the mounts, it varies on the mount. Some of them will take basically anywhere from 5 to 6 days. A couple of them might take a couple weeks, and I am throwing a bonus one at the end, as it is very easy to get in terms of difficulty, although it is a much longer grind. Although guys, all these mounts again in terms of difficulty are super easy to get, so easy that a can of chicken noodle soup can probably get these mounts. So let's get right into the guide. So the first mount I'm going to be showing you guys, actually the first 3 mounts I'm going to be showing you guys, are very similar to the friendly alpaca mount in patch 8.3 during BFA, where they require multiple days to get, and you just have to essentially do very simple tasks. The first one being the Wandering Arden Doe, which is from Maelie the Wanderer. So head over to Keeper's Respite, which is the new Korthia hub in Korthia, and you're going to want to head over to where I am on the map. And you'll have one of those little Night Fate people. Her name is Tinybell. You go talk to her, and essentially she'll be like, I lost Maelie, don't know where the horse went, don't know where the unicorn went. So essentially what you're doing here, guys, you're going to find the unicorn for her, and after 6 days of you finding her, she essentially, you're like, Maelie's had enough of Tinybell, so you're stealing her from Tinybell. Anyways, it's really great. So what you're going to want to do, there's basically a bunch of different spawn locations that Maelie can spawn in throughout Korthia. I will of course leave the Wowhead map open in the video for you guys so you can save the spawn points. I will also leave the the coordinates in the video for you guys if you'd rather use those, and pause the video and go ahead and look at those. Anyways, you're going to want to head over to each of these different spawn locations until you eventually find Maelie, and then you're going to go ahead, you're going to click her, you're going to pet her because she's a little good unicorn, right? Maybe stroke her horn a little bit, and then she's going to go back essentially to Tinybell in Keeper's Respite. If you go back to Tinybell, you'll actually see Maelie there. You're going to want to do this for 6 days. It doesn't have to be 6 days in a row. You can take a break, right? But you have to do this for 6 days total, once a day. And then after the 6th day, you go back to Keeper's Respite. You'll see Tinybell there with Maelie. You'll have a quest, and you get the mount. Simple enough. Let's move on to the next one. So the next mount I'm going to be showing you how to get is going to be the Dusklight Razorwing. Now this mount might require multiple days. Currently on the PTR it does not. We'll have to wait and see when the servers go live. More on that in a little bit though, you'll see why. Now first things first, you're going to need some lost Razorwing eggs. You will eventually need 6 total, however you don't need all 6 at once, but if you want you can farm out all 6. These lost Razorwing eggs have a chance to drop from any Devour mob in Korthia. You know, those basically white or light blue creatures or mobs. You're going to want to farm those out for the lost Razorwing eggs. Now, there's 2 farming spots that I recommend in Korthia. The first one is literally just west of the Keeper's Respite, or the hub. I will, of course, show you its location on the map. You can head over there. That is the best farming spot that I have found for the Devours. Just basically going around, killing them all. They don't have a chance to drop from the minor mobs otherwise, so but any other Devourer mob has a chance to drop them. However, when the servers go live, chances are you'll have a lot of competition there. So the second spot is essentially where you want to turn the eggs in, which is in the southwestern area of Korthia. Once again, we'll show you its location on the map. You could farm out some of the Devourer mobs down there. Now, once you have a single lost Razorwing egg, again, you don't need all 6 at once, but if you want, you can farm out all 6. You can want to head over essentially to the Razorwing Nest, which is once again located in the southwestern end in Korthia. We'll show you that location on the map. Once you have the lost Razorwing egg, you could click on the nest, and essentially you have a little matriarch just watching you from above to be like, hey man, thanks for taking my egg back to my nest. Essentially, she'll be very happy. And once you do this for 6 times, you will eventually be rewarded the Dusklight Razorwing. The matriarch will come down, and essentially you will get the Razorwing as a mount. Now here's where it gets a little weird on the PTR. Currently on the PTR, you can turn in as many eggs as you want daily. If you wanted to on the PTR right now, you could turn in all 6 eggs and get the mount. Now, chances are when the servers go live, this will be a once per day thing, similar to the Maelie, the mount before this one, where you have to turn in 1 egg per day. Again, not in a row. That wouldn't have to be in a row. 1 egg per day to get them out. So we'll just have to wait and see when the servers go live. So what I recommend doing, guys, just farm out some eggs. If you could turn them in multiple times per day, great. Turn in 6 eggs. There you go, you got them out. Worst case scenario, you do have to do this for 6 days, and then you will eventually get the mount. So again, just turn in 6 eggs, and you'll eventually get the mount. Let's move on. The next mount I have for you guys is going to be Darkmaul, which is one of those new bear-looking mounts. I forgot what they call it. I think like Shardhides or something. Basically, it looks like me if I don't shave my face. It's got those little hairs growing out here and on there. And anyways, this mount is also super easy to get, and depending what Blizzard does in terms of changes, may or may not require multiple days. We'll have to wait and see when the servers go live. So first things first, you're going to need a tasty mushroom. Essentially, you're going to be feeding the bear. Now, these tasty mushrooms come from invasive mushrooms, which are treasures that spawn throughout Korthia. They do have set spawn locations. However, guys, there's enough of them where I really just recommend just riding around the northern part of Korthia. Pay attention to your minimap, and you will see multiple spawn locations for the invasive mushrooms. You can loot each invasive mushroom, each spawn location, once per day for a chance at a tasty mushroom. It is a chance, they don't always have them. It's a pretty high drop chance though, so you should be able to get a decent amount of the tasty mushrooms. They do have a respawn time, so if another player does go and click on them, so there will be a lot more competition on live servers. Might make them a little more challenging to find, but still nothing too bad. If another player does click on them, they do go on about an hour respawn time, and then you could go ahead and click them yourself. You will eventually need, again, similar to the last one, 6 tasty mushrooms total, so you could feed Darkmaul. So, once you have your tasty mushrooms, head over to where I am in Korthia, where I am on the map. It's basically in it's kind of like the middle part of Korthia, and you'll have a sleeping bear there, Darkmaul. You can go ahead and just click on your tasty mushroom, feed it to Darkmaul, and then you're going to get to ride around on him for 2 minutes. A little bit of fun. Enjoy it while you can, right? Because eventually he will kick you off. And similar to the Razorwing, the Dusklight Razorwing, like the last one, you need to do this 6 times total, and Darkmaul will eventually be like, you know what? Thanks for feeding me, bro. And then he'll be your mount. That's pretty much it. Now, similar to the last one, we're still not sure if this will require multiple days or not. On the PTR, it still does not require multiple days. You could do this all in one day, depending how many tasty mushrooms you get. However, on the live servers, there is a chance Blizzard will make it where it requires 6 days total. So just like the last one, if it requires 6 days, do it in 6 days. If you could do it all in one day and you get lucky enough with the tasty mushroom drops, go ahead. Point being though, guys, this is a super easy mount to get. Go ahead and get your purple bear. Let's move on. So the next mount, or mounts technically, that I have for you guys are going to be the first set of the new Covenant flying mounts coming in 9.1. And I'm going to keep this real simple for you guys before I even show you what the mounts look like. You simply get them by getting Renown level 45. That is it. So just keep getting your Renown like you would during the beginning of Shadowlands. Once you hit 45, you'll get the mount. I'm assuming most of you are 40 by now if you've been playing since the expansion came out. If not, it's very, very quick to get to Renown 40. So let's actually look at the mounts, which will of course change depending on which Covenant you are. So for the Kyrian, you have the Elysian Aquilon. Anyways, wow, butchered that one. Anyways, it's basically like an owl-looking mount with, it's okay looking. It's not too bad. I'm not super impressed by it, but there you go for the Kyrians. For the Night Fae, you have the Arden Wield words are hard. Wilderling. Basically, you guys know what it looks like. You guys know what it looks like. It's okay. I'm fine with it. Now, let's get to the good ones, in my opinion. The first good one is going to be the Maldraxian Corpsefly. They win. Maldraxxus wins. I mean, like, you're literally riding a giant fly. Look at this thing. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. Too bad I play Night Fae. Then, for the course, for the Venthyr, you have the Sinfall Gravewing, which is a very close second, in my opinion. I really do feel like the Necrolords and Venthyr got the good mounts. Not saying that, of course, the Bastion ones and the Night Fae ones aren't bad. I just prefer the other two. So, there you go. You get these at Renown level 45, depending on which Covenant that you are. Let's move on. The next mount that I have for you guys is going to be the Amber Shardhide, which is essentially a yellow version of Darkmaul. I know, another reskin, meanwhile all the good mounts are going in the store. Whatever. Essentially, you get this guys from getting Revered with Death's Advance, which is one of the 2 new factions coming in Korthia. Now, you also need 5,000 Stygia in order to buy this. The Stygia you will get naturally, though, while you're getting reputation with this faction. Now, in order to gain reputation with this faction, there's 3 main ways you're going to do this. The first one is through a weekly quest called Shaping Fate, which you get from Tal Galon and Keeper's Respite, the new hub in Korthia, which is essentially just a weekly quest through doing a bunch of other stuff, like your dailies, you're killing rares, looting treasures. You complete this, and you'll gain a large chunk of reputation with Death's Advance. You're also going to want to make sure you do the bi-weekly assaults in the Maw, the new assaults coming in the Maw. These act very similar to the N'Zoth invasions, where they basically rotate every Friday. I forgot what it is for EU. I think it's what, Saturday for EU? I don't know. You know what it is for EU. Essentially, these rotate. There's 2 per week you're going to want to do, and you're going to gain the reputation through that. And the main way you'll be doing this every single day if you want to keep up with it and gain the most reputation is going to be through daily quests. You'll gain 75 rep per daily. Some of the dailies will sometimes award bonus reputation. Complete random at that, so you might get this quicker, you might not. Essentially, guys, this is a pretty easy mount to get. It's just your basic reputation mount. Just keep up with your dailies, the bi-weekly assaults, and the weekly quest, and you will get this mount in no time. Let's move on. So a quick time of day and shirt change later, because I had to re-record this part. We're going to move on to the Hand of Bahmethra, which has actually been slightly changed, including the name, since it was implemented on the PTR. So, time to remake that guy now. So this mount is fairly easy to get and comes from the new Tormentors of Torghast event in the old Maw area. So you're going to want to head over there and open your map up, and kind of like similar to the Wrath of the Jailer or the Maw Hunts in the Beast Warrens, there'll be a marker on your map showing you where the Tormentors of Torghast event is located. You head over there, and you're going to kill the 3 big elite mobs, the 3 lieutenant mobs. It'll fill up the bar, right? Similar to Wrath of the Jailer. And at the end, you'll have a final boss that you will kill. And once you kill that boss, it will drop the Hand of Bahmethra, a chance of dropping the Hand of Bahmethra. Now, don't get freaked out because it's just a chance. Right now on the PTR, the hand is a very, very high drop chance, possibly even a 100% drop chance. It really depends. We'll have to see when the servers go live, but it's definitely a very high drop chance at the very least. Again, maybe even 100%. Because it's that high. And that's pretty much it, guys. So again, you just go over there, kill the Tormentors of Torghast, and you have a high chance of getting the mount, compared to what it used to be, where it would take almost possibly 200 days to get the mount. So thankfully Blizzard has changed it since it was first implemented on the PTR. And that's pretty much it, guys. Those are all the easy mounts, or at least what I think are going to be the easy mounts coming in patch 9.1. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment down below. Always do my best to answer them. Don't get to all of them, but I always try my best. If you feel like I missed some mounts, hey, let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, toss it a like. If you would love to support the channel, if you like the content that I make, sub to the channel if you are not already. And always remember, Halo 3, it's just the best Halo. I'm hoping Halo Infinite just knocks it out of the water. I really do. But right now, guys, Halo 3, that is just the best Halo. Alright, until next time, guys. Bye-bye.